Right, friends, I want to share with you a story. When I was looking for a story that I felt had a lot of meaning, one of the first ones that I could think of that always will have meaning for me was on my first day in my actual mission field. So, out of the MTC in the mission field, I served in the Mexico City Southeast Mission, and I did not know Spanish before I went, which is important to know. So as we're going around, my companion is taking me around, and he speaks English. I'm gonna be his last companion before he goes home, so he's all good. And he's taking me around this area. We both don't know where we are because he's also new to the area, and we're just trying to find people to talk to. And luckily, we found this one member kid, and he took us to a family that was close by where he lived that were less active. So we go over there, and just the mom is there, and she has all of her kids. And so she invites us in. We have a little meeting with her and talk to her. And as all missionaries do, as right before we're about to leave, we ask, "Is there anything we can do for you?" And she said yes, which I was not expecting because I was expecting her to say no, it's all good, and then we leave and we find something else to do. She said yes though, and then she said something, 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 and then looked at my companion because she realized I was clueless, and he told me she wants us to give her son a blessing. Her son, 2 weeks prior to this situation, broke both of his femurs falling out of bed. He was about 4 years old. Um, so she asked us to give him a blessing, and I said, "Cool." I said, "Cool," because I thought the guy who speaks Spanish is going to give this blessing. I was wrong. So he anointed the child and then said, "All right, your turn." And I said, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, don't worry, you got this." And he led me through the beginning part, like the things you need to say, all that. And then it got to the part where you're supposed to convey a message from God, and he said, "Okay, go ahead." And I sat there clueless for what felt like a whole minute. I think it was maybe about 10 seconds. And then, according to him, I just started speaking Spanish. I have no idea what I said. I don't remember it at all, which is mostly why I don't know what I said. But apparently, it was Spanish, and it was fluent enough Spanish to where he understood, the mom understood, and it was a really, really cool experience that showed me that, especially in those moments where we do not know what we're doing and we do not feel we are good enough to be doing something, as long as we have put in the work that God has expected of us, He will help us out with whatever is left. May not be perfect. Like I said, I don't know if I was speaking fluent Spanish, if it made perfect sense, but it was good enough to where she understood the blessing that God had in store for her son and his injuries. And he did heal, both of his legs healed up, and he caused them a whole lot of trouble when he could run again on his own. But that's it.